Welcome back once again to the darkest corner of hip-hop, ladies and gentlemen. I will be your host for the proceedings. I go by many names, known in Japan as Black Thunder, known in Tennessee as Nat King Turner, known in Italy as Il Basso Magnifico, but known to most as the very ghost of Isaac Hayes. And for our final episode, I will do something truly frightening, something that no self-respecting critic in their right mind would ever do. I'm going to compliment the insane clown posse. Haven't heard that in a while. Yes, friends. Today I will be looking at the most maligned, ridiculed, and outright hated rap group in all of hip-hop history, and telling you what I like about them. You see, while I will be the first to say that 80 to 90% of their music is immature, annoying, repetitive, insipid, basic, misogynistic, and sometimes outright lame.
Now clap 4 times and bust the signal. Whoop whoop! Again!
That's right, they had an insane clown posse version of the Cha-Cha Slide. This came out 8 years after anyone cared about the Cha-Cha Slide. They might as well have done a Macarena parody. But despite their renowned reputation for making bad music, every now and then I find a genuine gem. A song that works so well with their personalities is astounding that the same person who created it also created songs like Redneck Ho or Bugs on My Nugs. So, after traveling through the catacombs of their discography, mixtapes, albums, compilations, and all, I pulled together some of the best nightmare carols they've ever made. Now allow me to clarify, this isn't a list of their most positive songs, or necessarily songs with redeeming messages or anything like that, because as heartfelt as it may seem, I don't need to hear about how much the insane clown posse loved their moms.
I respect my mother. With every step I take, she was there for my first step in the first place.
Yeah, this actually happened. And you know what? I'm happy for them. But I don't need to be told about the value of a mother's loving embrace from guys who wear clown makeup and rap about being axe murderers. No, instead I wanted to look at the songs that utilize their personas the most. The songs that almost no one could make unless they had the persona of a psychotically unstable entity. Songs that work in a twisted, demented style, but still had some wit and creativity to back it up. So only after trudging through an ocean of whack lyrics did I pull some pearls from the depths of their music that are entertaining without being too stupid. Here now I present to you So to clarify once more, when I say that this is a list of songs only the insane clown posse could make, I mean songs that start like this.
I paint my face every year, all day. The 31st ain't nothing to me, another holiday.
I can't name you one other rapper who would start a song like that. Well, maybe Tech 9, but he's an exception that proves the rule. However, how many rappers are going to give you a song about how a guy paints his face every day but is only exempt from being called a weirdo on Halloween? I mean, not that you would ever need to hear a song like that, but hey, I bet you didn't think of it, so, give him props for thinking outside the box. Although, judging by every piece of recorded footage I've ever seen of him, he might just be talking about his everyday life.
On Halloween, people smile at me. The rest of the year, they dial the police. And then they take my candy and diss. Look what I got from the fat guy painted like Kiss.
Violent J has a funny way of writing entertaining novel characters with his lyrics and vocal inflections. As well, this is one of the terribly few songs where he doesn't talk about killing people, but finds other odd ways of detailing a strange, socially impaired individual.
I'm 68 years old, I still trick or treat. You think I care? Shit, I'm trying to find something to eat. And I'm looking through your window. Tap, tap. I see a gummy bear on a table. You gonna eat that? My paint don't come off, and if it did, you think I'm scary now? Shit!
It's just a fun, stupid, silly song, but if you need a holiday-appropriate joint for the Halloween season, this is a good one for the playlist.
What? You wanna make a song about death? Squeezing on a nigga till it's all out of breath. You wanna hear me rap about being the hardest? Well, fuck that! From now on, I'm an artist. I carve pumpkins.
Now here's another possible Hallows Eve classic. It's about Violent J taking time out of his schedule to help you make jack-o'-lanterns. Now isn't that nice?
Hold the pumpkin between your legs and lift up.
Slippity slip all the veins.
So he's telling you how to get started, doing little things such as cutting out the blood vessels. Now for those uninitiated with pumpkin carving, you will do well to note that pumpkins do not have blood vessels. And for those who still don't get this metaphor, allow fellow rappers Twisted to make it abundantly clear.
Take a closer look, you scary motherfuckers. Don't my jack-o'-lantern look like your little brother? Cause off for bitches, I like my shit instead. Cause every devil's night we carving somebody else's way.
And yeah, ICP makes songs about killing people all the time, so that's not special, but to make a song about carving people's heads up to look like jack-o'-lanterns, now that's being creative and resourceful. As well, the instructions are humorous and are detailed as if he's actually going through it with you, which adds a very replayable element to it.
Whatever, just get the motherfucker all hollowed out like you could fill it up with lemonade and pour it out the mouth if you wanted to. Insert the blade along the outer eyelid, very slowly. I don't wanna look out. You did. Okay, gently carve 25 spec meter outer diameters. Huh? A square!
I'm not even sure he's rhyming half the time, but the delivery and depiction of what's happening is so engaging, I can't help but recommend it as a fun song to creep your friends out with. Definitely give it a listen. Once again, the main thing that ICP are good at is strange character songs. And this one starts off by being about a guy who's just lonely and wants someone to talk to.
Friends don't come easily, and this I know. And every time I make one, they always say they gotta go. I wanna take them home and they can stay at my place. All the talking I can do, I would never lie to you.
Now, see, he's not a bad guy. Sure, his low and menacingly scratchy vocals might set off a few red flags, but, you know, people can be shallow, and it's important to look past surface details.
Take a quick ride, homicide, then I can find you. And
Yes, like homicide, what?
I can love you, and technically, even though you're dead, you'll always be around me, cause I'm keeping your head. I keep heads on shelves everywhere in my cellar.
Oh, yes, you heard right. This little number is about a guy who hangs around with decapitated heads. See, it's not always about killing people with Violent J. Sometimes it's about what you do after mercilessly murdering someone. And his hobbies seem to include carving jack-o'-lantern faces in them and hanging them around his house. You know, as you do.
Sometimes I put them in my bowling bag and bring them to work.
Well, that explains the song title.
Play with their hair under my desk with my bare foot. I blow air in the mouth, piece of duct tape it shut. Bring them in the pool, and the heads will float up. And if it's got an afro, I use it for a pillow.
It's a quirky, awkward number that once again uses their dark humor to good effect, with an up-tempo beat filled with bleeps and bloops and a calm yet discomforting delivery, guiding you through the mind of a psychopath.
Your head would mean so much to me. Give me a head, bitch. Your head would mean so much to me.
Okay, here's where things start to get a little serious.
To the top, I can see the whole planet. It would seem the sun is beating out my head as I'm living my whole dream.
Now, 90% of the time, ICP plays strange character pieces, and it's usually played for a laugh. But here, he plays a war veteran who loses his mind and starts shooting people from a watchtower. And it's not being played for laughs.
Man is chatting on his cell phone. I spat at his brain. A lovely couple started running. All of a sudden she tripped. He kept right the fuck without her like he never missed a step. His first cop on the scene will be commended for his services. For now he holds his throat and screams, I didn't deserve this.
Taken from a news story that gets sampled at the beginning of the song, Violent J gives us a look at the last hours of a man gone truly insane. However, this isn't like most of their songs where their insanity derives from being birthed by a two-headed freak show, a blowfish and a gypsy witch under a blood moon or some stupid shit like that. No, here we get some concrete, real-life reflections on what someone could legitimately be going through, particularly war veterans who get neglected after their duty.
Watch her pull it through my cyberscope. I see the enemy, the world they never been my friend and never pretended to be. I fought in 2 wars, my country left me poor and sick. Late missing Agent Orange and an unusable dick. Finally at war again, only I ain't taking orders. I see in strobe light vision and I'm way beyond a panic. My only skill is murder and I'm stuck on automatics.
It's one of the few times you get to see the horror and strangeness of ICP channeled in a tangibly mortifying way. Because there are indeed people going through what he's talking about. And as made apparent through the sampled news story, his rhymes are not an exaggeration of a possible outcome. So what I'm trying to say is, support the troops. Especially after the battle is long over. Getting back to a lighter topic though, our next song is about domestic abuse. Okay, that's not better.
Into the halls of illusions, visit yours and see what could've, it should've, it would've been real, but you had to jack the whole deal.
For those that have seen the 4-part series of reviews that Rap Critic did with Diamanda last year, you'll know that he was quite fond of this song, and I must say I am myself. It's quite possibly the best utilization of what the insane clown posse could be about. Inexplicable, psychotic entities who use their powers to bring harsh vengeance upon the wicked. And in this song in particular, they do so with their Hall of Illusions, which comes with the added benefit of showing a couple of abusive fathers what life could have been like, what beauty and positivity can be had by one person choosing a path of righteousness. come back to what their lives really are, thanks to their hatred and selfishness.
Back to reality and what you're about. Your wife can't smile cause you knocked her teeth out. Your son's on crack and your daughter gets paid laying on her back. When they were kids you'd beat them and leave them home, and even whip them with the cord of the telephone.
It's a powerful number altogether that comes to a head with the chorus, where they praise the magician who sends them on their illusory missions. I really think it serves as not only a great song to jam out to, but also as a song where ICP exposed their ability to have engaging subject matter with meaningful social commentary on how one person can change the outcome of other people's lives. And there's one ICP song you should listen to, I'd say it'd have to be this one.
Ferris wheels and bumper cars are fun, but those rides just aren't for everyone. Bought my ticket, I'ma have a run in the maze.
Now this one is number 1, ahead of the Hall of Illusions, because, damn it, I just love this song. Again, it uses the niche aspect of ICP being psychotic, menacing prankster clowns to full effect, but in a larger scope than any of their other songs. Most of the time, they're either a serial axe murderer, serial strangler, or, I don't know, serial leg amputator, just anything with serial in there. But here, there's a whole arena worth of torture for someone to receive their comeuppance for being a terrible person.
Dickface here is a wealthy entrepreneur who smacks his wife around and buys his way in and out of everything.
What up, bitch? I'm Valentine. I'll be a guy for the day. Okay? Make a left just before you make your right. And your left should be to your right if your left's right. Right? Good. This really ain't shit. About 1 million taps and the room spins a bit. What's this? Dead end, door's locked. It's a long way back. Just now. Oh, we should have turned around, no doubt. Ain't nothing that we gotta sit and argue about.
This is ICP at their most creative, their most fun, and the most amusingly bizarre, with different vignettes of a complete asshole finally getting what's coming to him.
The maze is a place of magic, many surprises. Your dick rises, lay down, expect the best. In comes your lover with a hairy chest.
Hello, sexy. I'm Grim Love, and I'm gonna have a look at your milk dud.
Oh shit, you fell for that? All that dissing of the opposite sex, and look who just got their butthole flexed.
It's maniacal, twisted, and overall funny as hell, and shows what even the most hated band in the world can make when they focus, and when they cut back on doing the things that make people hate them.
Hey, don't come back,
Hey man,
away.
cut
Give
that
me
shit.
The fuck, man? Happy friendly shit, man. Fuck that. Supposed to be wicked in this bitch, man. Turn that shit off.